Welcome to the Jeffrey S. Olson Memorial Pool. Getting a little bit of a later start this evening, just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Peterson here for SMU. Tonight, high school swimming. We'll be broadcasting the junior varsity and the varsity since no spectators are allowed in the pool area. We're glad that you could follow along from wherever you're at. Pool area is nice and warm this evening. Outside may be a little cooler, but it is very warm poolside. If you haven't been poolside before, they typically are very warm. Well, tonight we have Spencer versus Algona and Sioux City. And our first race will be the girls' 200-yard medley relay for junior varsity. I believe they're still setting a few things up here, so not quite ready to get started yet. But I can set things up for you anyway in this 200 medley. Lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be used for this JV race. It'll be Sioux City in lane 3, which is the furthest lane away. And then coming closer, it'll be Sioux City Metro there as well. And then Spencer will be in lanes 5 and in lane 6. Now they're still testing the system here, making sure clocks are working. All the timers are set up. People standing around with their stopwatches are ready to go. Swimmers look to be ready to go, so it's just making sure of all the little things. Now, Storm Lake was scheduled to be in this one this evening, but they do not have a team, so they are not present. So just the three schools racing here this evening. So it goes junior varsity, varsity on every race, and typically they race the same races, but there are going to be some instances, and tonight even, where there might not be a JV race, just varsity, or could even be vice versa. So it'll be the 200-yard medley, and then it'll follow it up with the 200-yard freestyle. And then the 200 individual medley, 50-yard freestyle, 100-yard backstroke, then the 100-yard breaststroke. Oh, nope, I said that wrong. I'm sorry. I flipped the wrong page. Yeah, I'll just tell you as we get to them. Makes it easier. Still setting up here. We'll take a short break and come back when everything's ready to go. Thank you for joining us here for high school swimming on SMU.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
The culture of the team, it's just really fun to be on, and all the girls just love each other, and that's my favorite part of swim. My favorite stroke is backstroke, so it's to cut time on that and cut time on my 200 IM. Iowa Hawkeyes for sure. I like Florida Georgia line. Any movies with The Rock are always good movies. Math. It's just always been easy for me, and I just love the subject a lot. Water. My dog to use for hunting, and then probably some way to keep warm, so if it gets cold, I don't die. Not yet. I am hoping to throw in college, shot put, and discus, but I'm still undecided of where that might be.
Looks like everything's set to go here from Spencer. I'm Tim Peterson. It's just about time to get this swim race began. The girls will jump into the pool, and then in lanes 3 and 4 is Sioux City. Lanes 5 and 6 is Spencer, which are the closest to the camera. Sioux City racers, the first ones to go in this medley relay will be Christine Rowe in lane 3, Madison Walling in lane 4. For Spencer, it'll be Callie Taylor in lane 5 and Justice Knock in lane 6. So here we go with the backstroke to get things started. All these swimmers will go down and back once. And then the next swimmer will be jumping on in. Well, it looks like Callie Taylor for Spencer is just leading the way just over Christine Rowe. As they come back in lane 3, it'll be Sophia Dunham. In lane 4, Madison Hederman. Spencer's Erica Dunn in lane 5 and Lucy Heeman in lane 6. They switch strokes to the breaststroke. Erica Dunn has got this lead much larger for Spencer here as she's on her way back. Maddie Waterhouse waiting to jump in next in lane 5. There she goes. And here comes Lucy Heeman, and Bella Valverde will jump on in. Over in lane 3, it was Lauren Keegan diving in. And here is Riley Hobbs to the butterfly, and already coming back is Waterhouse. Carries Whitaker on in. She'll just be doing freestyle. Butterflying back over in lane 3 is Keegan, and Gabrielle Weinkoff jumps on in. Valverde touches up, and Anna Jacobson on in. Hobbs touching up, and Emily Hodge dives in, and already coming back to finish up is Whitaker for Spencer, who will take first in this JV meet with a time of 40.37. Weinkoff for Sioux City touches up. 2:26.28 for her. Anna Jacobson will touch up. Time of 2:35.59. And Hodge will finish up. Her time, 2:44.03. Well, we got one under our belts here in Spencer. And we'll get ready for the varsity. Same race. If you haven't been to a swim meet, the swimmers who finish up have to swim the length of the pool to exit. They can't exit right at the beginning, as the other swimmers are waiting to jump on in. So Algona would join in on this race. They'll be in lanes 1 and 2. And this will typically be the order the whole evening. So Algona's in lane 1 and 2. Sioux City Metro 3 and 4. Spencer in 5 and 6. For Algona, the dogs will have Quimby Ross going first in lane 1. Emily Paulson in lane 2. Metro will have Maria McGowan and Kira Adahar. Spencer will have Shaler Van Gelder and Caitlin Wilfong. Swimmers are ready to go. They're on their mark. And the varsity 200-yard medley is underway. Sioux City Metro and Spencer off to a good start. Algona trailing as they make the turn. A close one here on the first 50. Metro leading it though, and then Spencer. So lanes 3 and 4 will be Serena Bogenreef, Emily Licht in lane 4. Spencer has Brooke Mosier in lane 5 and Audrey Farrar in lane 6. Over in lane 1 is Caitlin Shannon. In lane 2, Catherine Haug. I'll apologize right now for any mistaken names I say this evening. It's hard to get pronunciations nowadays with everything that's going on. Spencer's going to finish up lane 5. Jumping in will be Maya Miller. Lane 6 will be Carly Borth. Lanes 3 and 4 are Scarlett Walsh and Caitlin Shapitas. Well, Spencer with a good middle swim here to claim that lead back after that beginning. Algona, Leah Williams in lane 1 and Caitlin Pollock in lane 2. Butterflying back, Maya Miller will touch up first for Spencer, followed by Carly Borth. Maya Miller has Brooklyn Ferguson jumping in. And in lane 6 is Kate Larson. Algona Sioux City Metro making a try for first and second as Ellie Clark in lane 4 and Alexis Hammond in lane 4. But Spencer looks like they're going to get this one. Ferguson will touch up. Spencer takes first. Her time 2:03.24. And Kate Larson touches up. And they take second. Over in lane 1, Skylar Bronson for Algona will finish up, and Emma Ross in lane 2. Well, she's already on her way back. So Spencer first and second, Sioux City Metro third and fourth, and then Algona fifth and sixth as Emma Ross touches up. And Skylar Bronson will be next. Comes Skylar cruising in, and that'll complete things. Her time 2:45.06. So the 200-yard medley is in the books. Next up will be the 200-yard freestyle, starting with junior varsity. Only 4 swimmers competing in this one. Algona will be in lane 2 with Justice Fair. Sioux City Metro will be in lane 4 with Gabrielle Weinkoff. Spencer will be in lane 5 with Sydney Falklander. And in lane 6, Spencer will have Heather Howard. And this is the JV squad, JV swim. Varsity will be next. Swimmers are up. Algona with the red cap, Sioux City Metro with the black, and Spencer with the white. Here we go. So it's a freestyle swim. Down and back a few times. Falklander and Weinkoff out in front with Weinkoff with a body length lead. All swimmers back on their way down now. 50 of the 200 is complete. Looks like Metro and Weinkoff has got a bigger lead. And both Spencer swimmers, Falklander and Howard, will make the turn. Fair on her way back. Compare this one to maybe like a half marathon. With the 500 being the full marathon. Weinkoff on her last 50. Boy, Falklander and Howard are just been pacing each other. I don't know if the distance between them has changed at all here. In fact, their seed times are 4 seconds apart, with Falklander being the faster. Fair to touch up. Weinkoff to finish. Good swim by Weinkofer. Final time of 2:22.04. Falklander will finish up 2:33.63. Howard 2:38.11. So 5 seconds there. Almost the same distance as their seed, or same time as their seed times. Algona just as fair on our way back. Well, you can either get all attention on you if you finish first in a close race or last. And everybody, I thought everybody would cheer for her. Nobody cheered. What the heck is going on? So next up will be the 200-yard freestyle. All lanes will be filled in this one with Algona in 1 and 2, Metro in 3 and 4, and Spencer in 5 and 6. Metro has the best seed time that was turned in. So we'll be keeping an eye on lane 3 over there. Here's the swimmers. Lane 1 furthest away from the camera once again. Faith Huber. Lane 2, Trista Penning. Lane 3, who had the fastest seed time, is Brecken Baller. 4, Maria De Jong. And Caitlin Wilfong in lane 5, and Camden Van Gelder in lane 6 for Spencer. Look at that seed. The JV swimmer, Weinkoff, in the last one, had a better time than some of the seed times we have in this one. So she swam very well. Well, this could be why she's on JV and not varsity, because Baller is a very good swimmer on this one. Metro and Spencer both making the turn, and now Algona will do the same. Baller on her way back. Working on her second 100. De Jong, Wilfong, and Van Gelder all spin around. Brecken Baller is fast. She just lapped the Algona swimmers. She's over a half a pool length ahead of the next closest, and Maria De Jong. Spencer swimmers neck and neck with each other. Sioux City Metro out in front. Baller on her way to finish already. Let's see if she can beat her seed time of 2:04.53. It looks like she's gonna, she does. 2:00.95. She beat it by nearly 4 seconds. Maddie DeWitt set the Spencer record at 1:57.33, so she would have just beat her by 3 seconds. De Jong will touch up. Van Gelder, then Wilfong. Over in lane 1, Faith Huber. I believe she's got to spin around one more time. Yep, there she goes. And Trista Penning on her way back for Algona. Penning working her way. There she goes. And Faith Huber has the pool to herself. Next up will be the junior varsity individual medley for 200. Just 3 swimmers in that one for junior varsity. So the difference of times here between first and sixth is going to be 2:00:95, and then Huber's time. Oh, the clock doesn't work. Oh, setting that one up beautifully and nothing. That might be for the best. That Brecken Baller was really fast in that one. See what she can do. We'll see her probably again a few times tonight. So it's time for the 200-yard individual medley, and it'll just be Sioux City Metro in lane 4, Maria McGowan. And then Spencer's Hannah G. and Morgan Robinson in lanes 5 and 6. Hannah G. has a seed time in this one of 3:16:63. That's the only seed time listed for any of the swimmers here in this one. A little technical difficulty here in poolside. All set again. So Maria McGowan in lane 4, G in 5, and Robinson in 6. The junior varsity 200 individual medley is underway. The butterfly gets the waves rolling here. I always liked doing the butterfly swim only because I felt none of my friends could really do it at all. So I learned it. Out of the backstroke as G and Robinson will check up and switch strokes. McGowan with a good lead, but that could be easily shrunk. McGowan on her way back. And time to switch strokes again. She'll go to the breaststroke. Hannah G. and Morgan Robinson bringing back with the backstroke. Now they'll change to the breaststroke. They have about a pool length to make up here. One of the swimmers for the varsity has a faster seed time than Kelly McCullough and her school record here at Spencer. We'll get to that at the next race. As McGowan touches up and heads back down. Robinson and G making their way back. Robinson with the turn. And McGowan's going to have a good time here for a JV swimmer. She'll touch up with 2:35.11. Robinson on her way back now. G down for her last time. Morgan will finish up. Her time 3:04.41. And G right behind her at 3:14.37. Actually 2 seconds faster than her seed time. So those swimmers get to enjoy swimming 200 yards and then having to swim all the way back down to the other end of the pool just to exit. That can't be much fun when you get to the 500. Should call it the 5:25 for the extra 25 they have to swim. So the girls' 200-yard individual medley for varsity is happening next. Lane 1. On that far side of the pool is Catherine Haug. Next to her is her teammate Emily Paulson. Hope Zverk for Sioux City Metro is in lane 3. Kira Adahar in lane 4. Audrey Farrar for Spencer in lane 5. And Maddie Waterhouse in lane 6 for Spencer. So over in lane 3, Hope Zverk has a seed time of 2:11.72. McCullough's school record is, her time was 2:14.06, so this will be fun to watch. Zverk already on her way back. Flying with that butterfly. Adahar right. Well, just a bit behind her in second. Then both Spencer gals, Farrar and Waterhouse, make the turn. Algona over in lane 1 and 2 is Haug and Paulson. They'll make the turn. And everybody's on the backstroke. Zverk already on her way back down. On her way back. Zverk has about a half a pool length lead already. She'll spin and change her swim stroke. She goes into the breaststroke. Adahar. And Farrar. And Waterhouse. Ooh, tough turn there for Waterhouse. She kind of hit that wall hard. Haug will turn it. And Paulson. Here comes Zverk. Well, she's got about 20-something seconds to try to beat her seed time. As Zverk goes to the fastest swim. Farrar did a nice job coming back. She's now in second. Adahar will turn. Waterhouse in fourth. She'll spin around. Zverk already on her way back. Well, she won't beat her seed time, but she will have a good time at 2:14.23. Hogan Paulson on the way down, and to finish up, Audrey Farrar. Her seed time was 2:27.69. She ends up with a 2:28.10, just behind her seed time. Adahar, 2:36.39. Waterhouse to finish up. She'll finish behind her seed time as well. She gets 2:46.71. Catherine Haug touches up. That lane 1 clock just not working accurately here. And Paulson also finishes up. That clock not working well here either, but they do have other ways. They have stopwatches and different electronics to know their times. Just because it's not up on the board doesn't mean it's not being recorded. So Zverk in that last race finished with 23 tenths of a second, which would have been behind Kelly McCullough's school record by 17 seconds. Well, that'll move us into a faster swim now, just down and back, and they're done. It's the 50-yard freestyle junior varsity. And there will be a few heats in this one, 5 of them to be exact. I'll barely have time to read the names and they'll be done. Especially if I start stuttering or anything. Algona in this one is in lanes 1, 2, and 3. Justice Fair in 1, Trista Penning in 2, Faith Huber in 3. And Sioux City Metro will have Audrey Enzer in lane 4. Spencer will have Anna Jacobson in lane 5. And Bella Valverde in lane 6. And the 50-yard junior varsity freestyle is underway. Heat 1 of 5. Algona looking pretty good in this one so far. Over there in lane 2 with Penning. Valverde looks like she is right there. It'll be a good finish between first and second, Valverde and Penning. And it will be, well, hard to tell because of the scoreboard. See a time of 34.85 up on the board. That was Valverde's time, but I'm not sure of any other times or a few of the other times. What a good finish there for the first heat. Second heat will have nobody in lane 1, and then Metro will be in 2 and 3 with Dylan Freeman and Emily Hodge. Spencer will have lanes 4, 5, and 6 with Hannah Schultz, Shayla Doran, and Justice Knock. And here we go. So Freeman, Hodge, Schultz, Doran, and Knock in the second heat. Looks like Doran with just a slight lead there in lane 5. Her teammate in 4, Schultz, not far behind, and Knock either. Looks like Spencer's going to go 1, 2, 3. They do. And it's actually Knock. It goes Doran, Knock, and then Schultz for Spencer. Hodge and Freeman taking 5th and 6th in lanes 2 and 3. Heat 3 will have Sioux City Metro in lanes 1, 2, and 3, and Spencer in lanes 4, 5, and 6. In lane 1, it'll be Madison Hatterman. Lane 2, Davia Wynn. Lane 3, Riley Hobbs. That's Sioux City Metro. Spencer in lane 4, Sophie Kruko, and Abby O'Clair and Hannah G. Swimmers have stepped up. And here we go with heat number 3. Sophie Kruko had the best seed time out of all these swimmers here. In fact, she has the best seed time out of any swimmers who have gone up to this point. Abby O'Clair Hannah G also with very good seed times, but right now it's Kruko finishing first. And then Eau Claire. And then G. And Madison Hatterman, Riley Hobbs, and Davia Wynn. And that'll move us to the next heat. Heat number 4. Metro in lanes 1, 2, and 3. Spencer in 4, 5, 6. Seat times just keep getting better as we move forward here. Sophia Dunham will be in lane 1 for Sioux City Metro. Then Lauren Keegan and Ellie Clark. For Spencer in lane 4, it'll be Kate Larson, Erica Dunn, and then Cayman Kruko in lane 6. The best seed time out of these swimmers, lane 4 with Kate Larson. Not far behind her, though, is lane 2 and Lauren Keegan. Cayman Kruko, or excuse me, Erica Dunn is the second fastest for Spencer in lane 2. Good fast race here, though. Larson looks to have just the lead, but her teammate Dunn right on her toes. And it will be Dunn finishing first with Larson second. Larson had a slight lead until that end, and Dunn was able to surpass her. And the final heat for this JV 50. We'll have Sioux City Metro in lanes 1, 2, and 3. It'll be Madison Walling, Caitlin Shapatis, and Serena Bongrief. For Spencer in 4, 5, and 6 will be Callie Taylor, Haley Harms, and Maddie Waterhouse. Fastest seed time is Haley Harms in lane 5. These are the fastest seed times for any of the heats tonight. It's just basically an all-out sprint. Caitlin Shapatis doing well over in lane 2. It looks like she's going to take this one. She did not have a seed time entered here. And then it'll be the 3 Spencer swimmers, Waterhouse, Harms, and then Taylor. Bongrief and Walling will finish up. And that concludes the JV 50 freestyle, all 5 heats. Moves into the varsity ranks. So those swimmers' times, well, we'll just say these swimmers' times coming up for varsity are around the 26, 27, 28 second mark. The school record was set back in 2014 by Taylor Sieperda, who had a 23:60. I don't even know if I could run 50 yards in 23:60. Probably not without pulling a hamstring or something. Quimby Ross in lane 1, Skylar Bronson in lane 2, Avery Koopmans in lane 3, Alexis Hammond in lane 4, Carly Borth in lane 5, and lane 6 is Brooke Mosier. Algona in 1 and 2, Metro in 3 and 4, Spencer in 4 and 5, or I mixed that up. Algona 1, 2, Metro 3, 4, Spencer 5, 6. Here they come back. Going to be right to the end to see who wins this one. The clocks do work on all these lanes. 27:51 in lane 5 will be Carly Borth taking first. Lane 3's Avery Koopmans takes second, 4/10 of a second behind that. And then 2/10 of a second later was Brooke Mosier. That was a close one. Wow. So that completes the 50-yard freestyle for varsity. And I'm going to guess the swimmers will be taking a break right here. There's a lot of swimmers in a short amount of time. No swimmers coming to the podiums or anything. So we're just going to go ahead and assume it's break. We'll come back and we'll have the junior varsity 100-yard butterfly. We'll have that and more when we return here on SMU.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. For residents of Spencer, that simple process is even easier with curbside recycling. Newspapers, junk mail, flattened cardboard, and plastic containers with a neck are only a couple of the items that can be recycled curbside. Give us a call, follow us on Facebook, or visit our website for a full list of approved items, recycling pickup dates, and extra information on how to help Spencer recycle right.
Probably all the teamwork and just being able to have fun with friends, and you really get close with everyone, and also the sport itself. I'm going to try my best to get under 32nd 50 free. I like the Nebraska Cornhuskers, Butterfly. I have a lot of favorite songs, probably anything by Adele. This year, probably like Dr. Dolittle, probably like nursing, CNA. I really like dealing with people and helping people. In a month, a lot. A car, a boat, food, water. I'm gonna go to a community college for 2 years and then go to a university.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Tim Peterson back here after that little bit of a break. We'll have another one, I think, later on. Typically have a couple. Next race coming up here is the 100-yard butterfly for junior varsity. Lanes 2 through 6 will be utilized, and it'll be Metro in lanes 2, 3, and 4, and that'll be Maria DeJong, Lauren Keegan, and Riley Hobbs. Spencer will be in lanes 5 and 6 with Sophie Kruko and Hannah Schultz. Here we go. 100-yard butterfly, junior varsity. Down and back twice. The standings up to this point, Spencer's leading Sioux City Metro 18-16. They're also beating Algona 30-4, and then Sioux City Metro up also 30-4 in Algona. There's your standings up to this point. Keegan the fastest on the 100 as she'll spin her around, and then Kruko for Spencer. We got to come out here and just analyze more and find out who the big splashers are, and then advise that maybe we push them toward the middle lanes. Luckily, they give me a little towel here to try to stay dry. So Keegan on her way back from Sioux City Metro over there in lane 3. She'll finish up. Time, the clock doesn't work on hers, but it was under 1:15. Here's Kruko, 1:23.35. That was DeJong in lane 2 that did the fast time, who took first, and then Lauren Keegan finished up there, and now Riley Hobbs will for Metro, and then Hannah Schultz also finishing in lane 6. Kruko's time 1:23.35. Schultz 1:41.59. JV's 100 butterfly is done. And next will be the 100-yard butterfly for varsity. Algona will be in lanes 1 and 2. That'll be Leah Williams and Emma Ross. 3 and 4 is Metro with Hope Svert and Scarlett Walsh. Spencer will be in lanes 5 and 6. Carly Borth and Maya Miller. Once again, if you're just joining us, the furthest lane away from our view is lane 1, and the closest is lane 6. Fastest seed time on this one was Hope Svert. And she is over in lane 3. In fact, her seed time is roughly 12 seconds faster than the next fastest seed time. She is a good swimmer. Here we go, butterfly time. Svert's seed time, once again, faster than Taylor Sieperda's school record time. We'll see if she can top it here tonight. Spencer swimmers make the turn after Svert, and then Metro in lane 4, Algona in 1 and 2. Svert on her way back. Borth and Miller in 5 and 6 on their way back. And Walsh in lane 4. Ross in 2 and Williams in 1. Svert's final time. 1:03.87, which was 3 seconds behind the school record. Borth with 1:08.22. Miller 1:11.26. Walsh 1:11.11. Hey, lane 1, we got a score. We got a time up there, 1:21.54. Lane 2, the clock not working. So that finishes the 100-yard butterfly. And it'll move us to the 100-yard freestyle. There will be 3 heats on this one. So we got the 100 and then the 500. So we got JV, then varsity. 3 heats in this JV one. 500 coming up in a couple swims. You might want to start grilling your steak now because you might be able to get it in time for the 500 and then eat during the 500. There is not a JV 500 though. So here we go with the 100-yard freestyle. Junior varsity, Algona in lane 1, Metro in lane 2, Spencer in the next 4. Avery Cunningham in 1, Gabrielle Weinkoff in 2. Carries Whitaker in lane 3, Lucy Heeman in lane 4, Anna Jacobson in lane 5, and Cayman Kruko in lane 6. Fastest seed time goes to Spencer's Carries Whitaker in lane 3. Metro did not have a seed time, and neither did Algona, but Gabrielle Weinkoff in lane 2 leading the way in this one. Right with her is Kruko. She did not have a seed time either. And the rest of the 3 Spencer swimmers, Whitaker, Heeman, and Jacobson all make the turn. Cunningham in lane 1 spins her around. Weinkoff on her way back. Kruko giving chase, but she will not catch Weinkoff. Weinkoff touches up. Kruko finishes second. And Heeman and Whitaker for Spencer. Anna Jacobson will finish up here. And Avery Cunningham, the final swimmer. Avery bringing it in. And that'll complete the first heat. There's some different people doing some different things here tonight, different timers and officials. So far, everything going pretty smooth. Metro. Sioux City Metro will be in lanes 1, 2, and 3. Spencer in 4, 5, and 6 in the second heat. Over in 1 will be Audrey Enzer. Lane 2, Ellie Clark. Lane 3, Davia Wynn. Spencer will have Kaylee Idema in lane 4. Justice Knock and Shayla Doran in lane 6. Fastest seed time, and all swimmers have a seed time in this one, is over there in lane 2 with Ellie J. Clark of 1:10.89. There's the first turn. And it is Clark leading the way. Idema giving chase. And the rest of the pack pretty close after that. So Clark and Idema leading the way. Now it looks like the Spencer swimmers have all pulled away a little bit. Knock and Doran behind Idema. Wynn and Enzer after that. Ellie Clark is going to take this one. Her seed time was 1:10.89. And she'll touch up. Her clock does not work, but it was about a 1:08. So going a little faster. That'll be Idema, Knock, and Doran. Win after that. And then Enzer over in lane 1. Heat 2 is complete. On to Heat 3. Heat 3 will have Sioux City Metro and Spencer swimming. 1, 2, and 3 is Metro. That'll be Christine Rowe, Alexis Hammond, and Emily Licht. 4, 5, and 6 for Spencer, Abby O'Clair, Callie Taylor, and Morgan Robinson. And if I forgot to mention it, the New York Yankees are out of the baseball playoffs. I know it doesn't fit or mean anything, but being a Twins fan, I like to see the Yankees lose. Heat 3 of 3 underway. Fastest seed time here was Emily Licht in lane 3. Callie Taylor in lane 5, not far behind that, about a second behind. But early on, Alexis Hammond in lane 2 did not have a seed time. So there are some unknowns. It appears that Callie Taylor is not swimming in this one in lane 5. So just the 5 swimmers. Hammond in the lead. Licht and Rowe right behind her. And it will be Hammond taking it, followed by Licht and Rowe. And then Spencer's Abby O'Clair and Morgan Robinson finish off the final heat in the 100-yard junior varsity freestyle. That'll move us to the varsity. Algona will be in lanes 1 and 2, then Sioux City Metro 3 and 4, Spencer 5 and 6. In lane 1, Justice Fair. Lane 2, Quimby Ross. Lane 3 and 4 is Brecklin Baller and Caitlin Shapitas. In lane 5, Brooklyn Ferguson. And lane 6, Haley Harms. Here they go. Fastest seed time. Algona's not entered, but the fastest one is Brooklyn Baller, and we saw her flying earlier. Brooklyn Ferguson not far behind on her seed time. And it's those two leading the way right now. Shapitas in third, Harms in fourth. Ross, then Fair. Fair makes her final turn. Back down the other way as they make their final comeback. Baller with a good lead. It'll be a close race between Shapitas and Ferguson. Looks like it's Ferguson maybe. Or is it Shapitas? Ferguson, Shapitas, they touch. And it is Ferguson taking second. Good finish for second and third there. Harms finishes up in lane 6, 104.14, and then Quimby Ross in lane 2. And Justice Fair will finish up for Algona in lane 1. And that completes the 100-yard freestyle. Well, your steak should be about ready because it's time for the girls' 500 freestyle for varsity. Back-to-back varsity meets here. School record time is about 5 minutes and 16 seconds. The slowest seed time coming into this one is about 6:47, so get comfortable. This race will go for well over 5 minutes. Algona, Metro, and Spencer. Lane 1, Faith Huber. Lane 2, Caitlin Pollock. Olivia De La Rosa in lane 3. Avery Koopmans in lane 4. Shaler Van Gelder in lane 5. And Sydney Falklander in lane 6. The swimmers are ready. Here we go. So De La Rosa in lane 3 had the fastest seed time. Algona's, we do not have seed times for them. The swimming marathon hath begun. De La Rosa leading, then Koopmans and Van Gelder and Falklander, and Pollock and Huber. It's nice when you get somebody, a fast swimmer next to you, and just kind of pace yourself. This is the race. I like to bust out some useless knowledge, such as notable people from Algona. We'll go with them. Dick Dale is from there, who was a singer on one of my grandfather's favorite shows, the Lawrence Welk Show, is from there. Just kind of look for names that maybe what I would recognize, or athletes is what I like to look for. Mike Mercer was a NFL kicker and punter. And Dennis Menke, who was a Major League Baseball player and coach. All from Algona. I can't really get into the Sioux City because I'm sure the list will be very lengthy and long. My mom once lived in Sioux City. That's notable for me. De La Rosa still leading this one. Lucky for this one, even if you look up things like notable people from these areas, certain towns. In this race, you can look and get caught up quickly because the numbers are being shown on to the swimmers where they're at. You can kind of quickly figure out who's in what place. Doesn't mean that I can do it, but we just get on camera so maybe you can figure it out. It is De La Rosa, then Koopmans, and Van Gelder in lane 5. And then it looks like Falklander in lane 6, Pollock in lane 2, and Huber in lane 1. De La Rosa just looking smooth as she makes another turn. There's Koopmans. Falklander on her way down. Van Gelder, who's currently in third. Comes Falklander. Here comes Van Gelder. De La Rosa leading the way. And Koopmans. Pollock in fifth. Over in lane 2, Huber in sixth in lane 1, and the whistle being sounded means that Koopman's on her last time down. Or excuse me, De La Rosa's on her last time down. Koopman's is on her last time down right now. Van Gelder on her final time. De La Rosa will finish up 5:43.47, which is 7 seconds faster than her seed time. And Koopmans, her final time is all fives, 5:55.55. Which is a little bit better than her seed time at 5:56.56. Van Gelder, 6:03 was her seed time. She gets 6:08 here, 99, almost 6:09. Falklander heading down for her final lap. Pollock over in lane 2. Pollock in 2 and Falklander in 6. They're going to be a pretty good close race. Falklander's got to kick her down a little bit, and it looks like she has. Oh, a few good strong strokes there, a strong finish, and Falklander will beat out Pollock. So she'll take 4th, and Pollock will take 6th. Huber. She's got a few to go still, Huber does. Next will be the 200-yard freestyle for JV. It is the event number 17 coming up next. We have 24 events on the evening. Huber heads down. She's still got a couple more to go. I know it's good sportsmanship and everything, but I feel like the swimmers that have finished should be able to swim down and exit the pool, but I think they like them all to finish up and wait together. Hey, everybody's starting to cheer on Huber here. Keeping her motivated. Looking around, that is largely Metro swimmers cheering her on. Good sportsmanship there. Well, if you're watching this and you're probably not aware, and if you need to be aware or want to be aware, the Chargers are beating the Saints 6-0 in the first quarter. NFL football. Touchdown pass to Keenan Allen. Huber bringing it in. Now everybody getting into it, giving her a hand as she goes for her final time down and back. And as she goes down and comes back on her way back, I can expect it'll be even louder in here. A long race to swim. Here she comes on the home stretch. And everybody starts cheering her on. Faith Huber of Algona finishing up the 500-yard freestyle for varsity. And there she finishes up. And everybody applauds. Nice job by Faith. And the bad news for her is she has to swim the length of the pool one more time. All the other swimmers have had about 5 minutes to rest up. She just finishes up and back down she goes. Well, here's the 200-yard freestyle relay for junior varsity. Sioux City Metro in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Nobody in lane 1. Spencer in lanes 5 and 6. Davia Wynn will be in 1 to start. She'll be followed by Dylan Freeman, Emily Hodge, and Madison Hederman. That's her relay squad. Lane 3 will be Maria DeJong, Madison Walling, Christine Rowe, and Gabrielle Weinkoff. Lane 4 for Metro, Sophia Dunham, Serena Bongreif, Bogenreef, Riley Hobbs, and then Lauren Keegan. Spencer in lanes 5 and 6 will be Abby O'Clair, Sophie Kruko, Lucy Heeman, and Hannah G. In lane 6 will be Anna Jacobson, Hannah Schultz, Shayla Doran, and Bella Valverde. The 200-yard freestyle relay is underway. Down they go. It looks like lane 3, DeJong is the first one to spin her around, and Sophia Dunham next to her. And Abby O'Clair. Madison Walling into the pool. Serena Bogenreef. Lane 5, Sophie Kruko. And lane 6, Hannah Schultz. Lane 2, Dylan Freeman. Walling on her way back in lane 3. Christine Rowe will jump in next. Here's Riley Hobbs and Lucy Heeman. Shayla Doran on in, along with Emily Hodge. Rowe coming back. Gabrielle Weinkoff in. Laura Keegan in. Hannah G in. See if Hannah can catch Keegan in lane 4 there. Bella Valverde. And Madison Hederman. Final swimmers in the pool and on the way back. For Sioux City Metro is Gabrielle Weinkoff in lane 3. She'll take first. And it looks like Keegan's going to hold off G for second. So G into third. Valverde looking for fourth. She'll get it. And Madison Hedeman in lane 2 finishes up the 200-yard freestyle relay for junior varsity. So it'll be varsity time, same swim. Algona will be in lanes 1 and 2. Sioux City Metro 3 and 4, Spencer 5 and 6. For the dogs, it'll be Faith Huber, Trista Penning, Skylar Bronson, and Avery Cunningham. Lane 2 will be Emily Paulson, Caitlin Shannon, Emma Ross, and Caitlin Pollock. For Sioux City Metro, Alexis Heyman, Avery Coopins, Brecken Baller, and Hope Sverk. I'm guessing they're going to win this one. They're got some fast swimmers there. Metro's Maria McGowan, Kira Adahar, Olivia De La Rosa, and Ellie Clark. Spencer will have Carly Borth, Maya Miller, Brooke Mosier, and Brooklyn Ferguson. And then in lane 6 is Maddie Waterhouse diving in. Behind her will be Kate Larson, Haley Harms, and Sydney Folklander. Varsity 200 freestyle. Oh, and it is neck and neck for the first 4 swimmers. I'll start over in lane 3. Diving in will be Koopmans, Adahar in lane 4, Miller in lane 5, and Larson in lane 6. Lane 2 has Shannon, and lane 1, Penning. All right, now it looks like Miller has got the lead for Spencer in lane 5. Mosier will jump in next there. 3 and 4 will have Baller and De La Rosa. And Haley Harms in lane 6. Lane 2, Ross. Lane 1, Bronson jump in. Algona, or check that, Metro. Baller got the lead. Sverkin in lane 3. Clark in lane 4. Spencer's Ferguson in lane 5. And Falklander in lane 6. Sverk, the last leg, got that nice lead. Ferguson giving all she can get, but won't catch her. Cunningham and Pollock are in the pools in lane 1 and 2 for Algona. Clark touches up. Falklander touches up. Metro taking first and third. Spencer second and fourth. Algona will take fifth and sixth here as Pollock and Cunningham will finish up. Well, the Algona swimmer finished up. Oh, nope, I saw that wrong. Cunningham on her way back. Being encouraged on by another swimmer there. Her teammate. And she'll finish up. And that is the 200-yard freestyle. A 100-yard backstroke junior varsity is up next. Only a few races left. I'm thinking we are going to have another 5 right now. So another short break here, and we'll be back with the girls' 100-yard backstroke for junior varsity, followed by varsity when we return here on SMU.
Across the country, we walk, carrying flowers that signify why we want to end Alzheimer's disease. But what if, one day, there was a white flower for Alzheimer's first survivor? What if there were millions of them? Join us for the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's. Register today at alz.org/walk.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
And we came back, believe it or not. It is time for the 100-yard backstroke for junior varsity. I'm Tim Peterson. And Metro is in lanes 1 through 4. Spencer in lanes 5 and 6. From lane 4 is Scarlett Walsh and Madison Hatteman. Christine Rowe, Madison Walling is in lane 4. Carries Whitaker in lane 5 and Kaylee Idema in lane 6. 100-yard backstroke, down and back twice. Best seed time was in lane 3. That was turned in. That was Christine Rowe. Lane 1 did not have a seed time. And Scarlett Walsh is leading it after the first 50. Walsh, Rowe, Walling, Whitaker, Hatteman, and then Idema as of right now. Rowe on her way back. I should say Walsh on her way back. Walsh touches up first. 1:13.63. Then Rowe. That'll be Walling. And then carries Whitaker. Carries time 1:27.11. Madison Hatterman touches up. And then Spencer's Kaylee Idema. That finishes off the 100-yard junior varsity backstroke. Varsity coming up next. And here are the varsity scorers through 18 events. Sioux City Metro 39, Spencer 29, Spencer 60, Algona 8, Sioux City Metro 60, Algona 8. Oh, Sioux City Metro is taking a little bit of a lead over Spencer. Algona will be in lanes 1 and 2 for this varsity 100 backstroke. Avery Cunningham and Emily Paulson. Metro will have Maria McGowan and Emily Licht. Spencer will have Shayler Van Gelder and Caitlin Wilfong. The swimmers get in. It's hard to do a dive to start this one. Here we go. Out of the seed times that were turned in, the fastest one was lane 3 in Maria McGowan. And it appears she's leading it up to this point as they take their first turn. Van Gelder and Wilfong chasing second. And then Licht. And Algona's Paulson in lane 2. And Avery Cunningham in lane 1. McGowan, Van Gelder, Wilfong, Licht all on their way back. McGowan will take first for Metro. Van Gelder for Spencer, second. Wilfong, third. Licht, fourth. Emily Paulson looks to take fifth. And does. And Avery Cunningham will take sixth as she works her way down. Avery takes her turn. Avery on her way back. Just finishing up the 100-yard varsity backstroke. The breaststroke for junior varsity will be up next. Other scorers. Tampa Bay beat the Astros and lead them 2-0 in the series. And the Atlanta Braves and the Dodgers, their series. Well, this is game 1. Braves lead at 1-0, but it's early in that one. The 100-yard breaststroke for junior varsity will have Sioux City Metro in lanes 1 through 4. It'll be Olivia De La Rosa, Dylan Freeman, Sophia Dunham, and Emily Hodge. In lanes 5 and 6 for Spencer, Camden Van Gelder and Heather Howard. Event number 21 of 24. Fastest seat time on this one will belongs to Van Gelder of Spencer in lane 5. No seat times for lanes 1 and 2 were submitted here. Call them the wild cards. Van Gelder looking good here early on. Freeman in lane 2, right with her. Could be a good finish between. Oh, that's De La Rosa over there in lane 1, not Freeman. So it could be a good finish between De La Rosa and Van Gelder if they both make the turn. Dunham turns, and so does Heather Howard. Freeman makes her way down again. And we'll see how these two can stretch it out the best. Right now it's looking like Van Gelder has a decent lead over De La Rosa and should get it. And does. 1:25.88 her time. Faster than her seed time. De La Rosa comes in next, and then it'll be Dunham and Heather Howard at 1:36.05. Dylan Freeman making her way back. And Dylan will finish up. Well, next event is a 100 for varsity on the breaststroke. And the final event will be the 400 freestyle relay. So for varsity, Algona will have Caitlin Shannon and Catherine Haug. Metro will have Kira Adahar and Serena Bogenreef. Spencer, Brooke Mosier, and Audrey Farrar. Mosier has the fastest seed time for our second. And then 100-yard varsity breaststroke is underway. Now the Spencer swimmers right with each other in first and second. And then the Metro swimmers in second and third, or third and fourth, excuse me. And the Metro in fifth and sixth. It's Farrar with a slight lead over Mosier. Mosier with a good turn, though. Looked like she might have caught that distance that she was trailing. Looks to be a good finish between the teammates. Not only for first and second, but for third and fourth. Right now, Mosier, too close to tell. Be a photo finish. I'll have to watch the clocks here as they finish up. And it is by 1/10 of a second. Audrey Farrar beating Brooke Mosier. 1:13.68 to 1:13.69. Over in lane 3, Kira Adahar, Sioux City Metro, 1:23.21 her time, and then Bogenreef, 1:25.93. Algona's Caitlin Haug finishes up in lane 2, and then Caitlin Shannon in lane 1. Well, next will be the junior varsity 400 freestyle relay, and the only teams for the JV squad that are swimming in this one are for Spencer. It's like your team's at home, so let's feature them in one race. The JV squad, the only one swimming here in this 400-yard freestyle. The relay team in lane 5 consists of Cayman Kruko, Heather Howard, Lucy Heeman, and Carries Whitaker. The relay team in lane 6 consists of Morgan Robinson, Justice Knock, Kaylee Idema, and Sydney Falklander. Kruko and Robinson step up. Well, it's a freestyle, so it's a little bit faster than other 400-yard races. Pretty much just go at it hardcore here. Kruko and Robinson. Hello. Every other time they take a breath, it looks like they're just looking at each other. Hey, how you doing? Hey. I think if I got stuck in a prison cell for a long time, I'd just be fine, because when I do sports commentating, I'm pretty much just talking to myself anyway, so same difference. There was a man, I'll get to that in a second, Heather Howard and Justice Knock into the pool. I know of a story of a guy that got sentenced to prison time, and to avoid going crazy, he reenacted the Los Angeles Dodgers World Series game from I don't know when, or the series, and he kept doing it, and it kept him from going crazy in a cell. So if any of you out there are watching and you happen to be in a cell, there you go. Hopefully you're not, but Howard and Knock turn it around. The varsity 400 will have every team in it, and every school with 2 teams in it. Heather Howard coming back down. Lucy Heeman getting ready to dive in. There she goes. And Knock will finish up, and Kaylee Idema dives on in. Looking at the seed time, and it was only turned in for the Spencer team in lane 5 here, is faster than the seed time that was turned in for the varsity Spencer squad. That'll be in lane 5. I find that hard to believe. Heeman and Idema. Heeman trying to hold off Idema. One more swimmer to go for each of these teams. Idema's caught it up a little bit. We'll see what the next swimmers can do. Could end up being a good finish here on this JV 400-yard freestyle. Or the relay, Whitaker and Falklander into the pool. Falklander had a good dive in too and immediately got the lead for the Spencer squad in lane 6. Whitaker's gonna have a hard time. Boy, Falklander really opened things up here. That's what you want out of your final leg, swimmer. Good speed. Well, the seed times that it says they got on this paperwork for JV, they're already 30 seconds beyond that, so it cannot be correct. Falklander to finish up. .453.20. Boy, she really finished strong for the lane 6 squad. And Carrie's Whitaker will finish things out. 5:03.74. And now, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, we have reached our final swim. It's the girls' 400-yard freestyle relay. And you can tell I'm reading because I happen to say it's the girls so many times. There's no boys swimming tonight, but I continually say that. My mom says it just makes me human. 400-yard freestyle relay coming up. Algona's in lanes 1 and 2. They'll have Emma Ross, Quimby Ross, Catherine Hogan, Caitlin Pollock. Lane 2 will be Avery Cunningham, Leah Williams, Caitlin Shannon, and Justice Fair. Sioux City Metro in lane 3, Avery Koopmans, Brecken Baller, Caitlin Shapatis, and Hope Zverk. Olivia De La Rosa in 4, Scarlett Walsh, Emily Lick, Maria DeJong. Spencer will have Maya Miller. In lane 5, Haley Harms, Audrey Farrar, and Brooklyn Ferguson. In lane 6, Shayla Van Gelder dives into the pool. She'll be followed by Erica Dunn, Caitlin Wilfong, and Camden Van Gelder. I'm just going to ignore seed times and let you know that lane 3 is very fast with Brecken Baller, Koopmans, Baller, Shapatis, and Zverk of Sioux City Metro from what I've seen tonight. Spencer doing a good job, though, keeping right there with them. Maya Miller. And Baller and Zverk are very strong swimmers for Metros, and they're swimming 2nd and 4th. So lane 3 will have Brecken Baller diving in. Spencer in lane 5 will have Haley Harms diving in. There they go. And lane 4, Scarlett Walsh jumps in. And lane 6, Erica Dunn. Algona has Quimby Ross and Leah Williams. About to jump in is Leah Williams. Baller has opened the lead up for Metro. Arms chases. And Scarlett Walsh and Erica Dunn. Quimby Ross makes her turn. Here comes Brecken Baller back. And Caitlin Shapitas in next in lane 3. Spencer in lane 5. Arms will touch up, and it'll be Audrey Farrar. Caitlin Wilfong in lane 6. Emily Licht in lane 4. Lane 2 will have Caitlin Shannon. Lane 1, Catherine Haug. Boy, it's hard to keep up with who's coming in and who's going where. Hope Zverk steps up on lane 3, getting ready to dive in to finish off Metro's last leg there. Brooklyn Ferguson steps up in lane 5 for Spencer. Maria DeJong and Camden Van Gelder will step up. DeJong in. Van Gelder in. Justice Fair steps up. Oh, check that. Kind of lost who's where. Caitlin Pollock and Justin Fair step up in lanes 1 and 2. Zverk bringing it home here. She touches up with a time of 30:92. Ferguson finishes up with a time of 4:06:15. Here's DeJong. 4:21:26 for her. And Camden Van Gelder. 4:28:78 for her. All right, I said it was hard to keep up, so Caitlin Shannon has gone and Justice Fair has stepped up in lane 2. Lane 1, Caitlin Pollock touches up. 4:52:80 the time. So that means lane 3's time would have been, oh, that clock's not working, is it? Does not appear so. I think I said 30:92 on lane 3 time. That would have been fast. That would have been a world record and then some. I'm missing a number on the board there. But they still won this one. Justice Fair on her lap down and back. A lot of the Spencer swimming parents helping keep time here tonight with their stopwatches. as Justice Fair goes for her final 50. Spencer swimmers down there cheering her on. And it sounds like everybody's starting to join in to cheer her on, to have her and her squad to finish up. And Algona finishes up. And that completes the girls' 400-yard freestyle relay. So, Spencer, Algona, and Sioux City have all swam here tonight. They have all finished here tonight. I'll wait for the final numbers to come out. We'll let you know who won this one. In the meantime, thanks for joining us here on SMU.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. For residents of Spencer, that simple process is even easier with curbside recycling. Newspapers, junk mail, flattened cardboard, and plastic containers with a neck are only a couple of the items that can be recycled curbside. Give us a call, follow us on Facebook, or visit our website for a full list of approved items, recycling pickup dates, and extra information on how to help Spencer recycle right.
Final standings for this evening between Spencer, Algona, and Sioux City. Do meet scores here are Sioux City Metro 51, Spencer 43, Spencer 83, Algona 11, and Sioux City Metro 83, Algona 11. Boy, those numbers never really changed all night long between the Spencer and Sioux City Metro over Algona. It was the same numbers the whole night long, but Sioux City Metro just gets by Spencer in this one and takes it. They take first, Spencer takes second, and Algona takes third. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night when Spencer takes on Atlantic and Perry right here. Same time, same place, but different announcer. Randy Cawthorn will be calling that one. So tune on in tomorrow night, Tuesday, at around 6:30 right here on SMU.